What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another New York Giants video. This one is going to be kind of short, or I don't know, depending on how long I actually talk about the topic. But this is one that I've been putting off for a while because I've been waiting for an official announcement from the New York Giants themselves, the organization, the team, and from a little bit more reports from, our reporters. I've only seen one of them. I could be wrong. Maybe there's another I missed, but I've only seen Paul Schwartz really talk about this and quote-unquote confirm it so far. But the topic is fans at training camp. And with the announcement of Giants Fanfest, which I hope to see you guys there, by the way, I do plan on going. I will be giving away one extra ticket next week. And that has the potential to go up to 2 or even 4 extra tickets if, God forbid, something happens and or some reason that I can't go. It's going to be me, one of my friends, maybe 2 of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff depends on it. But for sure, I'll be giving away 1 extra ticket to anybody that needs it. That'll be next week. It will just be on the Just Chillin' podcast. Not really going to be anything too complicated. It would be to literally anybody that's watching the podcast at that time. But getting back to Giants Fanfest and training camp, with the announcement of Giants Fanfest and the fact that the New York Giants haven't said anything about there being fans in attendance for training camp, it just suggests that they're kind of giving this to us in replacement of that, or they're giving this to us because they know they're not going to be allowing fans at training camp. And well, I just don't know particularly how to feel about that. Like I said, there's only been one reporter that I've seen that actually says something about it, and it's Paul Schwartz. It was like 5 days ago on like July 9th, and this is what his tweet says: hearing that there will not be any fans for Giants training camp this summer. There will be one open practice to the public at MetLife Stadium. Camp dates at the Giants facility are limited this year, with joint practices on the road scheduled with the Browns and Patriots. Of course, that open practice that he's referring to is what turned into Giants Fanfest. Now, before this, we also heard a bunch of rumors saying that they won't be fans and whatnot, and I don't know why that reason is, which is why I've been wanting to wait for the Giants to announce why. It doesn't look like they're doing that anytime soon. Whatever the reason, in my opinion, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of stupid. I don't see why there wouldn't be fans in the stands, or it's not even stands, right? Or fans just at the field watching the Giants practice. If it's something like they want to limit, they want to limit interactions between the players and the fans, then you could still have the open practice. Just don't have the meet and greet that takes place after. Like after every training camp, usually players come out, they sign some autographs, they say hi to the fans, they spend time with kids. If you're trying to limit interaction, eliminate that. But still have people come in and watch, because there's actual stands, by the field now. They're not. It's not as though the fans are on the field with the players, is what I'm trying to say, right? It doesn't really make too much sense to me. Then you add in the fact that, yes, there's going to be 100% capacity and attendance for regular season games, all regular season games. I'm just thinking to myself, what could possibly be the reason for the Giants not having fans at training camp? And then there's those who think that there's sort of a fake outrage or being fake mad about not being able to attend training camp. And to that I say, I guess you never were a fan of training camp in the first place. It's always a great experience for, big fans of the team to go and see their team, see their team practice, see how their team's coming along, see certain players that you probably won't be able to see at a game, see how this roster is being built out. You see the coaches definitely way more than you would see a coach at a game. There's that potential chance of being able to meet one of the players after the practice. If you got a kid, you're almost guaranteed that your kid is going to be able to meet them. And who just doesn't like watching their team? If you're a big fan of the Giants, you're going to love being able to see your team practice. And it's also going to be your first time to see with your own eyes the rookies. You're going to see how they're coming along. You're going to see how important things like the offensive line is coming along. I don't get people that say, oh, you're fake mad or you're fake outraged about there being no fans in the stands. You're just looking for something to be mad about. That's trash. That's not a good opinion to have, in my opinion. It doesn't make any sense. But once again, the fact that the Giants are giving us FanFest, it suggests that there will be no training camp or no open training camp because of that. I'm gonna, well, maybe we'll wait for the official announcement and we'll see what the Giants have to say. Doesn't make much sense to me. But speaking of FanFest, this man Eli is already coming through on his new position with the Giants. I think it's fan engagement manager, or a name very similar to that. Apparently, he was the one that came up with this, and that's very interesting. Because when he was appointed the role, I thought, at most he was probably gonna do a couple extra signings and meet and greets for the fans. Maybe do some giveaways, like you win a dinner with one of the players or something like that, or you win a signed jersey. But he kind of went all out for his first official event in his new position with the Giants right here. It's gonna be really fun. I know it's sold out way too quickly, and the Giants did not have proper working links for everybody to try and claim their tickets. Once again, I have no fear. The Giants community has come together extremely well. I've seen a bunch of Giants fans on Twitter saying they have extra tickets. They'll give it to anybody that needs. A good amount of content creators are doing it as well. Shout out to Alex from Big Blue in the Bronx. Tonight, in fact, he'll be doing a giveaway on his show, Boys in the Big Apple, where he has 4 extra tickets for anybody that needs. And like I said, I have 1, potentially 2, that I'll be giving away next week as well. It wasn't really done in the most organized fashion. The Giants, they definitely could have make it work better. At first, the link wasn't working at all. Then when it was up, I think it was working for like an hour or so, and not a lot of people actually knew when it was working. Then the next day, the Giants were like, there's still tickets available. You guys are going to have a second chance. And then that finished within the hour or something like that. A little bit unorganized, but Giants family sticks together. We got each other, and I hope to see you guys there. And now then something else that goes in hand with that fan fest, suggesting there'll be no fans in the stands, and the reason for why that may be. It might not even be the Giants' fault, as crazy as this sounds, because another team that's also holding a fan fest that's very similar to what the Giants are holding is the Carolina Panthers. And I'm not sure if the Carolina Panthers are going to have fans, in attendance for their training camps as well. Now, this makes even less sense because I don't know why the NFL would prevent certain teams, or maybe all teams, from having, open training camps. It looks like it's a bigger situation than the Giants, because the Carolina Panthers are holding basically the same thing for their fans. And as of right now, it seems like they won't have open practice as well. And now I'm just like, all right, NFL, what are y'all doing? All right, I think the NFL handled COVID pretty well last year. I don't remember if any player really had the virus to a serious effect. Obviously, there was multiple instances of players getting the virus throughout the season. Myles Garrett, of course, our own Will Hernandez and whatnot. But I don't remember anybody getting it and it being lethal. The NFL, for the most part, considering how big the league is, did a pretty good job. Remember, there was at one point where they were getting tested like twice a day or something during the summer last year. So I very much respect and I recognize what the NFL did. But now you're telling me you're going to restrict teams from having fans, but then have the fans in full attendance. It's just, listen, I'm not crazy in saying that makes no sense, all right? But it seems that it could be an NFL-wide thing, just because I'm looking at other teams right now, and they're in very similar situations. We're having basically the same thing, where they're giving their fans a little bit of a festival in place of, having an actual training camp. I don't know. I mean, the fact that we're having a fan fest at all in the summer and then we can't attend practice makes no sense to me. So I'm waiting to see what the explanation is. But you guys put your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys kind of, just a little bit pissed off like I am about the whole situation? Or, are you just happy to see your team again? And I completely respect you if you're just going to be happy to see your team again. That's it for now. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.